Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. Today I'm getting my bags ready to go climbing inside, and I thought I would show you what I take with me. It's something I'm quite interested in, is what people take to the wall, what shoes people use. I just love gear in general, and it's something I'm always interested in and looking at. So I thought it might be something that might interest you as well. So why not show you guys what I take with me when I go to the climbing wall. So yeah, let's get into it. So first thing's the bag. I've got quite a few of them. The one I'm using at the moment is a Patagonia one. It is the Cragsmith 32 litre. It's got a pocket at the top and then a very large unzippable pocket at the back as well. It's a great bag. I know I can fit everything I need in it for going to the climbing wall. This one also comes in a 45 litre as well, so you'll never be short of space if you get that one either. So next is the rope. This is a 50-metre rope. It's long enough for pretty much everything I do inside, and it is predominantly used as an indoor rope. It will be a backup rope if I go outside, and I think I'll need two. But that'll be for group abseils, things like that. So this one is perfect for what I need indoors. I would suggest going for nothing shorter because the majority of climbing walls are 15 meters or less. So by the time you've tied in, a 30-meter rope's too short. I've climbed at walls that are 17 meters high with 30-meter ropes. By the time you've tied yourself, well, before you've even tied yourself in, got to the top and come down, it's already 4 meters short. By the time you've tied yourself in and made sure it's safe, you're then 6 meters short, if not more. So I definitely go longer than what you think. So 50-meter 9.5mm rope is perfect for me. I would also recommend having a rope bag for it, or at least a tarpaulin. This comes in really handy when you're moving the rope around the gym. It's also brilliant for if you're climbing outside. I've climbed at the Orme before in North Wales, and you're climbing over water there at some spots, and we had to pull the rope through, and when we pulled it through, the rope would have fallen into the sea. So me and a friend held a tarpaulin out underneath where it was going to land, and my other friend pulled the rope through, and we managed to catch all the rope without it going into the sea. So you never know when a tarpaulin will come in handy. Also, if you're outside, it gives you something to sit on if it is a little bit damp, but mostly for climbing inside, helps keep the rope all together and stops it getting as dirty on the floor. And yeah, just in my opinion, you should always have a tarpaulin with a rope. Just helps make it last longer. So first thing for me is this little pack here. It's kind of an ouch pouch, I guess you could say. It's full of all sorts of things: sandpaper, sandpaper blocks, nail clippers, scissors, tape for taping up hands, taping up fingers, yeah, all that sort of thing. Plasters as well. So it's kind of it's kind of like a maintenance kit, I guess. Helps me look after my body a little bit, gets rid of any calluses and things I might have on my hands. So that's always at the bottom of my bag because you never know when you're going to need a plaster or anything like that. So yeah, like I said, always in at the bottom of my bag. Next, for warm-ups, I've got a TheraBand or stretchy band. This is the lightest one that you can get, so it's the easiest one. Came in a pack of 3, bought off Amazon, so nice and cheap. It was like £4, something like that. And this just helps me warm up my shoulders. So for me, I've had broken this shoulder twice, or this collarbone twice, and I had an operation on this shoulder. So warming up my shoulders is something I always make sure I do properly, and this really helps with that. So next thing in the bag is clothes. Normally I will climb in shorts and t-shirt like I am now. However, I will take a spare t-shirt for the end of the session, just in case I am really hot and sweaty. And then normally I have a pair of trousers These are some Third Rock ones, really like them, really stretchy. I've also got some other pairs and some jeans and things that I'll wear climbing, so kind of got all sorts, but I'll wear them in winter when it's nice and cold. But during summer when it's really hot inside, I'll wear shorts. Sometimes I'll even take a spare pair of shorts in the bag, but normally I'll always make sure I've got a pair of trousers just in case. So yeah, next I've got the harness. So it's an Arc'teryx one, comes in this cool bag, keeps it nice, clean, and stops it getting dirty. But this is the harness. It's quite cool, really lightweight. This is sort of like a sport climbing one, 4 gear loops plus a little one at the back. So I know if I go indoors, I can always clip belay devices to the back. If I'm climbing outside, then I've got more than enough gear loops to put all my quick draws on and things like that. It's also really comfortable. So for me, brilliant harness. It is the Arc'teryx Sequence harness, so I definitely check it out. It is obviously Arc'teryx, so it's going to be on the pricier side. There's obviously much cheaper ones out there, like the Black Diamond Solution and some DMM ones, and Edelrid, Mammoth. They've all got them. They're all really good, and to be honest, I go for comfort over anything else. So go to a shop and just try them on, see which one's most comfortable, which one suits your needs the best, and buy that one. You don't have to get the lightest or most expensive one. Yeah, if you're starting off, I go for the comfiest one. If you're more experienced, then I would go for something that suits you better for what your needs are. So for me, as just a sport climbing harness, not a work harness, not a trad climbing harness, big wall harness, nothing like that, just for sport and climbing inside. I know lightweight harness and something with enough gear loops that I can put all my quick draws on. This harness is perfect for that, and like I said, it's also really comfy, which is an added bonus. With the harness, I will obviously take some belay devices. So I have 2 belay devices. I've got a Gree. This is the Gree 2. I also just have a regular belay device as well. This is a guide plate one, so you can clip it onto a wall as well. Just a little bit handy, mostly for climbing outside, but I'll keep this in the bag just because I might be with a few people. They might not have any belay devices. One person might be using this, and then I'll use the actual belay device. So next is chalk bags. I actually have 2 of them that I use. I've got this DMM one, which is for any ropes climbing I do, so lead climbing, top roping, trad climbing, anything like that. But this will always come with me. Next is a boulder bucket. Can't recommend these highly enough for bouldering. You can keep all your chalk stuff, all your brushes in. I've got tape, I've got pens for filling in competition forms. It's got a few pockets in. This is an 8B+ one. Yeah, just lots of chalk, brilliant for bouldering. Carry handle, so easy to carry around with you, stops chalk going everywhere. Definitely recommend boulder bucket if you predominantly boulder. Obviously, if you do a mix, then just get, and you only want 1 chalk bag, then just get one of the smaller ones that you can put around your waist, because obviously this would be awful having to carry up the wall. So next is the climbing shoes. Now, as you can see, I've got a few pairs. This is by no means all of them. I normally take 2 or 3 to the climbing wall. The reason I take so many is because they all do different things. Obviously, if you're just starting out, then you only need 1 set really. This is me just having climbed for ages, building up a collection, testing out different ones, but they all also do different things. So kind of like my go-to all-rounder shoe is the Scarpa Instinct VSRs. So they're quite soft, but also they're not too soft. So they're kind of really good do-it-all shoes, great all-rounders, great for toe hooks, great for heel hooks. So if I'm kind of doing all sorts of different climbs, then I'll probably put these ones on, just because I know I can stand on volumes with them. I know I can stand on small edges on them. They're great for sport climbing, overhangs, just like, yeah, they're really, really good shoes. And kind of my do-it-all shoes. I then have the Scarpa Dragos, which are, these are the LV ones, so the low volume ones. These I just use for bouldering. They've got really, really soft rubber, so they're brilliant for volumes and slabby sort of climbs. However, they're not great for small edges because they're so soft. I find my toes just really hurt from them. So like modern day bouldering, they're brilliant where you're standing on these big holds, toe hooks, heel hooks, they can kind of do it all. But like I said, small edges, they're not brilliant. These are kind of like my go-to bouldering shoe, I guess you could say. They're getting on a bit now, looking a bit grubby, so they will probably be replaced fairly soon. I then have the Instinct S's. These are the Scarpa slipper shoes. They've got a brilliant toe, quite good toe rubber, and they're pretty decent for heel hooks as well. But I predominantly use these for board climbing because I can slip them on and off really easy. They're great on the small holds and the small edges. So I've kind of got two extremes here. I've got one that's great for smearing, one that's great for edges, and then another pair that's sort of in the middle. So I kind of rotate through all of them depending on what I'm going to be doing. So they're the three main ones I take, and they'll always be in my bag when I go climbing inside. I've then got one more pair of shoes that I'm actually testing out and trying to wear in, which is the Scarpa Boosters. They're so far really impressing me. I'm not too impressed with the heel for heel hooks compared to the other ones, but in terms of how sensitive they are, they're brilliant. They're quite soft shoes as well. They've also got a really good toe, so they're great for small edges from my experience so far. But like I said, they're quite new. I've only worn them a handful of times, so I've not properly worn them in. But yeah, like I said, you only really need one pair of shoes. This is me just being fussy, climbing a lot, having climbed for years, doing lots of different types of boulders, training board problems, all sorts. I've kind of got different shoes for different things. So that's what works for me. But obviously, do whatever works for you. And the last thing I'll take is a water bottle. Yeah, self-explanatory, really. So that's pretty much it. I'll take a few other things. So food, maybe a few bananas, a sandwich, things like that. Nothing too fancy. Maybe a bag of sweets. I'll also take my phone, just so I can use the stopwatch on it. If I'm having a rest, I can go on Instagram, things like that. This is sort of everything I take to the climbing wall. I kind of will always take it all with me just because it leaves me open to adapt to my sessions where and when I need. If I'm feeling tired, if I've got loads more energy than I thought I did, if friends are there, then I can change what I need to do if I need to, because I've got everything there for that eventuality. Obviously, if I'm going to a specific climbing wall that only has bouldering, then I know I'll only take my bouldering stuff. And likewise, if there's an area that only has lead walls and top ropes, then I'll probably leave a pair of shoes at home also, or the chalk bag. I also talked a little bit about the shoes today. If that is something you want to know more about, then please let me know down in the comments below. I could chat about them all day. It's such a big topic, the shoes. You've got so many different types now, so many different styles of climbing, that every pair of shoes you can buy does something different and special, is better for one thing over another thing. So if it is something you want to know more about, please do let me know and I'll make a video on that. But that's it today, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please leave a like, a comment and subscribe. It means the world to me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.